This is the area where the lights are taking place on the golf course, above and below the trees. And a few people have seen them from the front street here on Lothian Drive. There's quite a few. It used to happen early hours of the morning. But there was nobody to report them at the time, so that was the downside of that. But I've got a few reports of these lights. And I'll take you further into where the car mutes were. In there in the 70s, we found I think it was 3 car mutes in that area, always around that area here. They'd have their eyes taken out, mouth and that was slit open, just cut all the way around, and had a hole at the top of their stomach, and the rectum was always out, and there was no blood whatsoever in them. We'll go back. This one is where we'd be down in the golf course in the 5th tee, right here. I think this is the 5th tee. And we used to walk all over the golf course at night with our dogs. And this night we were sitting here, and we walked down to about here. To about there. So we walked from here in the 5th tee to about here, and this object came over here and stopped, coming from the Edinburgh area. It's plenty, 4 parts. One went up that way, this way, and that way, and it left a dimmer light in the middle, but it's pitch black here. The next thing, they all come back, and my friend said, "Run." And we run out of the woods. No, I don't know how long it took or what, but that's where a good UFO sighting was. Going back to here, this is where we settled. My friends are in that house. My friends would stay in this house here, and I stayed, in that house here. And we'd set off down to get the apples at the orchard. When we're coming down across the golf course, at the bridge, cutting here, and right along. And it was up and about here. And this was Lamb's Nurseries, where the apple trees were. So we'd help ourselves some apples, got a juke of apples each, and we'd walking back. And instead of going back the bridge way, Rob says, "We'll jump over here, cross over, and there's a wooden bridge there, it'll cut the time." Anyway, as we jumped over the fence, jumped to the ground there, walked out between the buildings, walked out between these 2 buildings, and just as we got there, we could see a MIB at this top gate, looking straight down at us. That's where he was. There's a fence there, and that was the gate in there somewhere. And this was all brambles and nettles, and the gate hadn't been open for years. It was all rusted. There wasn't as many trees, I don't think, but it was all really overgrown. Anyway, he didn't shout or anything. We went back in, up over the fence, and back up to here. Somewhere up here, there's a fir tree. I'm sure it's this opening and not that one. And there's a pine type tree here, and the branches were coming down, and we sat there, and we heard a lot of noise coming out of this area, like moving through the bushes and that. So we took off again, and back the way we came, on the road home. And when we got back here, everybody was out. I don't know how long it took us to get back home. There's a hole in the wall. There's a wall there and there's a hole in the wall. We come out the hole in the wall. My granny, my auntie, their mum was out all shouting looking for us. So I don't know if we were on time or late. But that happened there. That's the exact place where it happened. I'll show it all. Cattle mutes are here. Cattle mutes were in there. Lights in the sky, just and below the tree lines, and the golf course were there. Our sighting took place in there, and the MIB was down at the barracks in here, or in there, sorry, and we were in here and we come out there. That night at 12 o'clock, got a chap on the door at my granny's house, and then came the MIB with two other men and made up just some cock and bull story. It wasn't real. Right, thanks for watching.